Storm Tracker 7 weather is presented by Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration.
Happy Tuesday evening to you. Storm Tracker 7 Chief Meteorologist Jeff Booth here. Not a bad one out there as we've gotten through the evening hours. Had a little bit of rain here and there, but we're starting to watch that fizzle on out of here. I'm not going to rule out a passing shower, maybe a little of thunder, but I really think those chances are going down as we head through the next few hours. Those temperatures at 60 right now in Wheeling. We're at 63 in Steubenville. We're in the low to mid 60s across the area. And again, we've had a chance to dry out. We got some heavy rain out in the southern portion of the area earlier. Had some light showers up here in the north, but definitely had some showers, some storms out through parts of Tyler, Wetzel, even Monroe and Marshall counties. But right now those winds, they're lightening up. They'll continue to do so. We'll see about 4 to 8 miles an hour, if not even calm in some areas. And some of those areas where they see some calmer winds might see a little patchy fog out there by tomorrow morning. So just keep that in mind. But you can see those winds have that bit of that southerly bend to them. And what that does is that pumps in a little more warmth, that pumps in a little more moisture. And we definitely saw it today. You can see a couple of passing showers earlier, but those have since moved on out of here. Again, now we're just looking at some false reflectivities on the radar coming out of Pittsburgh. But I want to point something out too. You can kind of see it right here. We have this counterclockwise circulation. This right here is what's known as an upper level low. Basically, it's, if you want to get technical, it's called a cutoff low. So you have the storm track high in the atmosphere and it just kind of whisks around and whips storms all around the country. Well, sometimes you can get a little bit of that flow to pinch off. And there's one of the things that that storm track does is it does steer storms around the country, but it also separates cold air to the north from warm air to the south. So when you get a little of that pinched off, you just have the area of cold air sitting on top of you, and that allows, once we get some destabilization, the air to rise, the moisture to condense, and causes the showers. But because it's cut off, it just kind of sits there. We've been kind of stuck in this pattern recently, and this is our second cutoff low in many weeks. Right now, though, we've got some upper level energy moving in over the mountain west. Now, this is the next system that's really going to kind of kick this moisture on out of here. It's going to be hitting late week or early this weekend, and it'll bring some rain, but it's also going to bring a break to this rainy pattern. Here's what we're looking at, though. This is that system we just talked about. That's what's coming next. Right now, though, again, we kind of have this little area, cold air on top of us that's basically sort of slowly moving on out of here. It's going to be another day with off and on showers later in the day, and then we get a little drier day with a few pop-up storms on Thursday. And then once this colder air that starts to move in, that's going to start to bring us more off and on rain through the day on Friday with a front, but that front's also going to kick this really pesky pattern on out of here. So it'll be nice, actually, once we get into the second half of the weekend. But tonight, maybe a shower or two here or there. Into the day tomorrow, we could see a couple of showers late in the morning, but into the afternoon, once again, we watch the showers kind of bubble up, and it looks like we will track, again, slightly drier weather, I think, on Thursday, even though you can't rule out a pop-up storm. But right now, some of the computer forecast models are trending into drier weather. Maybe we got to wait till Friday morning before we see that, so we're going to keep our eye on that, because if we get anything developing Thursday afternoon, could see an isolated strong storm with gusty winds, but early showers, you know, maybe late morning, then some storms into the afternoon, 76. Some late day showers possible on Thursday, 84 on Friday. Better chance for rain on Friday with kind of off and on rain throughout the day. Things linger into early Saturday, if not early Saturday afternoon, 78. And then once that front finally gets through here, it's going to kick that moisture on out of here. And much like we saw last weekend, we're going to see a break in the rainy pattern and some pleasant weather for a couple of days, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday.